I got in a rollover accident April 25th at about 10:30 in the evening. I was getting my sports car out for the summer. It was a 2006 Mustang GT. It was such a slow accident that happened at about 40 miles an hour, so it was a long, drawn-out slide into it. I had enough time to basically look at my friend and say, oh no, we're going into the ditch. I also had time to think, oh, we're just going to slide into the grass, and oh no, that new bumper I had just put on today is going to get messed up. That's the extent of what I thought was going to happen. We didn't actually do a full roll. It was just a flop over onto the roof, and by happenstance, I have 4 spinal cord injuries. Instantly when I got here, even the welcome was like a lean towards, okay, now it's time to start pushing, you know. You can breathe, you can eat. Now we're leaning towards like a downhill slide towards getting you to the most optimal movement that you could possibly have. It's easy to see that that I have a wealth of knowledge in spinal cord injuries, so there was no hesitation in what needed to be done to get me to the best position that I can be before I leave here.
So this is the RTI 300 upper extremity E-stim cycle. So the benefit of this, you get electrical stimulation to, let's see, 6 different muscle groups on each extremity. And the benefit of that is to elicit a contraction.
Those contractions are basically like me doing reps at the gym. So when I'm pedaling that bike, I'm putting in some effort, and then this thing is saying, hey, you're gonna do more. You know, putting it past what my mind can actually make my muscle do. These things are so intense. So the increase in the amount of power that I'm putting in has been huge. And so the increase in the amount of power I'm able to put into a manual chair, into transferring myself, has been just exacerbated by the RTI bike.
Yeah, that's the make or break factor, I think, of rehabilitation. If somebody isn't thoroughly invested, it makes or breaks the participation and the outcome and the experience, really. And this is the most acute phase of recovery for an injury like this.
Caitlin's my rec therapist. Asked me, what are your goals at Mary Free Bed? I said, the very first thing on my mind is, I have a child due to enter this world at November 16th, and my goal is to be able to pick my child up when she's born. Caitlin's like, wow, November 16th, I'm due on the 20th, like less than a week later. She said, well, I have, you know, in 2 weeks from now, I have my first ultrasound to see the sex of my child. Obviously, you probably have one coming up soon. And I said, well, yeah, it's at the end of this week, actually. And she said, well, we're gonna make sure we get you there. I surprised my girlfriend by showing up at her appointment. Got to sit there and hold her hand as we heard the heartbeat, seeing the sex of our child. And honestly, I can't thank them enough, because getting to experience that like any other family would, you know, it's a memory you can't ever take away. If my daughter were to see this, I'd want her to say, yep, that's who my father is. You know, over these last years around my father, the message that he gave right now is still the same person he is day to day. So whatever you want to be, you can be it. Whatever you want to do, you can do it. Mary Free Bed has kind of restored the fact that that's true.